let's take a look at some of these strategies. First one would be improve your earnings record. Check to see if there's any inaccuracies, missing years, see if you can work a little bit longer. Second strategy, apply for Social Security at the optimal time. You have to look at your income needs, your life expectancy, your spouse's life expectancy. And then this is a big thing because we have so many people that are considering retiring, working during retirement. I love this quote. We do not stop working because we're old. We grow old because we stop working. And there could be a lot of truth in that statement as far as, waking up and having that excitement in life, or if there's not something to replace that excitement in life. What we're kind of finding in reality, a lot of people are intrigued by the idea of maybe doing some consulting or working part-time during retirement, and then they actually do it, and then they say, pretty soon they kind of say, it's kind of hard getting up on a Monday morning and realizing you have to do something specific every week for somebody else after doing it for 40 years. And it's better to be on your own time. And so it's worth trying. Some people love continuing on, other people, it's just not for them. If you do decide to continue working, there is an annual earnings test between age 62 and 65. How this works is if you earn over $15,120, for every $2 you earn over $15,120, Social Security reduces your check by $1. All right? So benefit will be adjusted at full retirement age. What this means is that at full retirement age, you can actually earn a little bit more in that year. And how that works is if you're turning, let's take the example that you're turning age 66 in November of this year. So this year that you're turning full retirement age, you can actually earn $40,800, not $15,120. So this year, or the year that you reach full retirement age, you can have higher earnings limitations. Now let me clarify these numbers a little bit more for you. Let's say you're planning on retiring in June of this year, and you just looked at this slide up here and it says, okay, we're capped at $15,120. Well, any earnings that you have prior to applying for a Social Security benefit don't count against you in this formula. So if between now and June of this year of retirement, if you earn $50,000, it doesn't count against you in that earnings test. It's just after you retire, then they take a look at it on a monthly basis early on, the first year of retirement, and then after that they look at it annually. So then that's why you might hear retirees and they say, oh, we don't want to earn too much. We just want to work part-time, maybe through the summer, and then we're done for the year. That's what that's all about. Okay? Monies that come in from pension, that come in from severance, unemployment compensation, dividends. There might be interest that you're earning. There might be stock options, qualified stock options. That doesn't count against you in this earnings test. So it's just think about it as wages, just that W-2 income coming in. Yes?
If you have a 401k, isn't that deferred earnings, but that doesn't count against you?
Okay, yeah, the question is if you have monies coming out of your retirement accounts, such as a 401k, will that count toward this earnings test? It does not, because that's more of like that's a distribution. It's not an earned income. It's like what you consider like a passive income. So it doesn't count against you in this earnings test. No. Question?
Is the $40,800 in the calendar year you reach 66, not the 12 months prior?
The question is the $40,800 full retirement age 66, that is for the calendar year. You got to divide it by 12, so it comes out to 3,000 something per month. So divide that by 12, so that'll give you an idea of what you can earn each month in the year that you turn age 66. So if you're still continuing to work and feel like collecting your Social Security at the same time, you can earn more monthly. And then if you go over that earnings limitation, for every $3 you go over, your Social Security is reduced by $1. Does that answer your question? If not, catch me during the break. I'm going to move along here. Yes?
Is there a synchronization between the IRS and Social Security? Is that what's going to trigger Social Security adjusting your earnings?
Yes. The question is there a coordination between the IRS and Social Security? Yes, there is. So what happens to people that say, okay, we're going to take a little consulting job or pick up a little bit of extra earnings and they're not over age 66, because once you're 66, you can earn as much as you want and draw your Social Security benefits, no problem, right? But then they don't know about these formulas and they don't call into Social Security to tell them that they've started working again. So what happens is when your employer, or if you're self-employed, once the IRS catches on, through a W-2 that you've had earnings throughout the year, Social Security finds out, and then they say, oh, you're way over on this whole deal. And what they do is they stop your Social Security check until that amount is paid back, that you're over the earnings limitation test. So they'll stop your Social Security check, and then you're out a check, you're done consulting, done working, and then you have no checks coming in. So you got to kind of be careful about that. If you do start working, and if you feel you're going to be over, then it's worthwhile to call Social Security about it.
You might also be in a position where you have to say, you're looking at the annual earnings, I didn't start receiving it in Social Security until June, and those were all pre-June earnings?
Yeah, so the question is, if they're looking at the annual earnings, in my example earlier, what they'll do is that they can see that anything past June of that year, they'll test you monthly in that year, and then the following year, they're going to test you on an annual basis. They don't care what you make monthly. First year of retirement, they'll watch what you make monthly after you apply for your benefits.